Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to introduce all of you to The Journal. I'm your host, Vince Vergali.
Wait, hold up. I thought I was the host.
Yeah, well, we're both hosts.
That's why we're both standing here, I guess. All right, that makes sense. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host for this afternoon, Devin Giamou. This week is going to be a good one. At least it better be. Otherwise, we'll all be fired.
And coming up, we've got some info on a barbershop. There's a bakery we're going to shine some light on. And to wrap it all up, why would I tell you that now?
Yeah, I think that's enough spoilers for now, for the opening. Now let's get into something that should be really interesting.
Perfect. What would that be? We didn't even decide yet.
Yeah, we were totally supposed to do that. What do you think?
We should show them what would attract the audience most, and if that's not available, then play whatever we got.
All right, well, you know what? Just check it out. Roll the clip.
Hi, my name is Pereira. I'm here at Centennial College to figure out what other students say about what they find attractive about someone other than personal appearance. Yes, okay.
The thing I really find that I really need to like about a girl is her personality. And I know that sounds like the same thing that everyone says, but honestly it is. I like to find someone who I can relate to, who I can hang out with on a daily basis and not get fucking annoyed by.
There's like that stereotype that girls like, can I swear? That girls like assholes. But for me personally, like definitely a nice guy.
Someone I can really be myself with. I don't want to have to put on an act all the time because that just gets tiring, trust me.
She has to be fun. She has to be open to try new things.
Obviously every guy in the world's a tits and ass guy, but I don't need to say it in order for people to know I'm a guy.
Be funny. I want him to get along with my family. He has to be respectful.
Just adventurous, willing to take chances.
I really like if a girl can surprise me, because I find often that guys are always surprising girls. So when a girl tries to surprise the guy, it really, it surprises me, and it's really nice to see.
What I find attractive in a person aside from physical appearance all comes down to brain power, thinking. That's what charisma is, that's what attraction is to me. So it's basically, what kind of conversation can you hold? Is it going to be interesting? Is it fun to talk to you? Do I want to? I mean, sometimes that's what kills the relationship, or even just you go to a club or anywhere, you talk to someone they look good, you talk to them, and then they're the most unattractive person in the room after.
Starting as friends, working your way up to the top, just like a job would.
Someone that has aspirations and goals, and I don't want someone to depend on me to tell them what to do. They have to know what they want to do for themselves, because I don't want to act like anyone's mother, obviously.
Someone who's kind of weird, but someone who is weird with confidence, if that makes sense.
No, I want them to know what they want, and because they have their shit together, they can help me get my shit together. Why can't they be everything? No, I do have my shit together. For the record, I have my shit together, okay?
Good values and someone that can be like a mother, I guess, if you will, when it comes to a female.
If a guy, he's got a job, or if he has something going on in his life, not necessarily a job like school or anything, something that he's passionate about.
Decent taste in music and movies would be good too. Someone who knows how to appreciate certain things.
Oh my god! I just had a realization that I'm gonna be a really bad girlfriend. I don't want anyone to date me. Fuck this. I don't need a guy. Bye. Oh my god.
I guess in order for someone to get the basics of today's relationships, they should learn from a person rather than a book or a website. That's kind of creepy.
Never let what attracts you bring you down. Stop thinking you're not enough, or whatever. It's a real bummer, not gonna lie.
All right, now let's talk about bakeries. As your dedicated host over here, I'm going to go ahead and hand this one over to Devin, over there. Good luck.
Who said bakeries were useless? No one, I hope. I said it once, never again. Check out this bakery.
Our store usually opens at 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. in the evening. That's from Monday to Saturday. It started 1995 as a corporation, and as a family business, and it started only as a small bakery, catering to mostly Filipinos. My wife And my sister-in-law actually they started, like as just as a small home business. Yeah, they cook like those native delicacies. That's why I got the idea to start this kind of business.
From their humble beginnings baking in a small home kitchen, a small family-run Filipino bakery has proudly served Toronto and its surrounding areas for over 15 years. You can find Baker's Best at 4915 Steeles Avenue East, situated in the middle of a small plaza in Scarborough. But don't let the small storefront fool you. Inside, the bakery offers up some of the best Filipino breads and goods in the Toronto area, literally packed wall to wall. The bakery sells freshly baked breads and other Filipino delicacies, as well as other packaged snacks, candy, food, and drinks imported straight from the Philippines. Some of its most popular products include pandesal, monay, pan de leche, puto, cochinta, mamon, ensamada, and so on. Behind the big metal swinging doors is where the real magic happens. Ed Gonzales, his wife, Digna, and their employees run and work the kitchen. It's incredible the amount of breads and goods this bakery outputs on any given day despite its small size and packed workspace. But the small kitchen is not a problem at all for the diligent, hard-working employees of Baker's Best Bakery. They work closely with the breads and pastries, as well as with one another.
Right now we have like 5 regulars and one part-time employees. After about 3 years, the people like our breads, and they spread, throughout the community.
Here we see Digna pulling the large rack of freshly baked pandesal out of the oven. She transfers the bread from one rack to another to let them cool. Once that's done, the bread is separated into dozens and put into bags. And after that, all that's left to do is slap on a sticker and it's ready to be sold. But what's the future of Baker's Best Bakery?
Future Bakers, it's been here for almost 18 years, so probably we'll leave it this way as a retail business and send some product to small stores, And it will depend, since it's a family business, it will depend on our children, if they're going to continue it. Yeah, it's the people, and also the customers, come to talk to them, like sometimes it's personal things to do.
Devin, is that bakery part done yet?
The clip actually just finished as you came in.
Oh, well, I guess it was meant to be. So what's next? Oh yeah, a valuable documentary on a graphic designer. Now sit back and instead watch something old-fashioned, just like the old way.
Do they still make those graphic designs by hand?
Fun fact, Devin, they actually do.
Is that right?
Yeah,
wow.
So check this out.
Jeff Macklin, and I'm a graphic designer, and I have a letterpress printing shop called Jackson Creek Press. I got into printmaking about 7 years ago now, when a printing press rather fell into my lap and kind of pushed me. I've long had a love for typography and type, so the printing press allowed me to enjoy that in a way that computers cannot. When the printing press came to me 7 years ago, it was a 10 by 15 Chandler & Price platen press, and I used that for a couple of years, and then I found out about a fellow around here who was selling his printing shop. So I went down to see him, and with the idea of buying some of his wood type, because I did have the one press, but I only had about 2 cases of type at that point. And so we got to talking, and it turned out that I ended up just buying his whole shop. That way I could acquire 2 more printing presses and his large collection of both lead and wood type, which buying separately would take a long time or be inordinately more expensive. And in doing so, I moved from the Chandler & Price 10 by 15 platen press onto a Ben Franklin Gordon 8 by 10 press dated 1890 with a foot treadle, so it's a totally human powered industrial age printing machine. And the other main press that I use is a FAG standard TP550 proofing press, which is a Swiss proofing press, and it came out of a print shop in Toronto, and it is dated in 1947. So both of the presses are long antiques, and either foot treadled or hand cranked allow me to make the things that I do. There is a resurgence in handmade. It's part of maybe the tie-in with the 100-mile diet and wanting to buy things from people that we know. Personally, we do that in our household, and by making things and selling them locally, I can people have a relationship with the maker, which often doesn't exist in today's economy. A lot of the paper that I use is manufactured paper. I try to use recycled paper as much as I can. Much of the paper that most of the stuff I'm doing on in the last couple of years is FSC certified paper. It's either wind powered, it's from managed forests. I have on occasion used Japanese paper, and I usually reserve that for special small book publications rather than the broadsides or posters. The platen press, the foot treadle platen Gordon press, is a smaller press, and it's mostly used for small business forms. So I use it to print bookmarks, business cards. Sometimes I print on the flaps of envelopes. Small things with limited ink coverage. On the proving press allows for ink over a larger area of the paper, so bigger areas of color, more type, all at the same time, where that wouldn't be possible on the small treadled press. Well, in my I've been a graphic designer for 20 years now, and in that time, much of my time has been spent in front of a computer, generating electronic designs and having them output either digitally or on an offset printing press. And being able to hand assemble a composition using your hands and cranking it through the press by hand, mixing the inks by hand, there's a tangible quality to the things that come out of the press because of that, and that cannot be replaced by modern printing equipment.
Remember, kids, never lose the original human way of doing things. And that wraps up the show for today.
Bro, we're not even halfway through the show yet.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to continue reading.
All right. Well, one thing we always need to cut is hair. That's right. Let's check out the barbershop.
Let's do it.
The best thing, this barbershop has the best styles of cutting, and it's truly going to be a great piece. Let's check it out.
I'm 24. I started cutting hair about 11 years ago when I was about 13 years old. I started cutting hair because I wanted some extra money to buy some shoes, you know, be able to go to school and those kind of stuff. I started cutting hair in my room actually, cutting my friends in junior high school, just cutting family, cousins. I always wanted to be a barber. I always wanted to, it seemed like such a fun job, something that you come and enjoy your day every day. So it was always something I always wanted to do as a profession. The area I work at is a great area. I grew up here. It's a great community where everyone knows each other. Everyone sees each other on a regular basis, and everyone seems to get along very well. It's both a job and it's recreational because I have a lot of fun, you know, and I get to hang out with some of my childhood friends and some of my great friends from high school. So it's always fun. It's the perfect blend of business and pleasure, I have to say. I mean, the guys I work with are great. I work with Kevin Richards. He's probably the best designer in the world to me. I work with a guy named Peppy. Peppy is an amazing barber as well. He's really good at old school haircuts, at you know, really like banging out some like, you know, top-notch retro cuts, and as well as keeping it modern at the same time. Trevor owns the shop that we work at, and he's one of the most foundational barbers I know. He let me work here when I was about 14, 15 years old, and he's been responsible for putting on a lot of the great barbers in the city, and he's really good at teaching his principles to others. If you come to our shop, it'll definitely be an experience. You'll have a good time, and you'll probably walk out with the best haircut of your life. So that'll definitely speak for itself compared to other shops in the city. We go all out for our customers, make sure that they're extremely happy. It's not about quantity, it's about quality over here. That's pretty much what we live by.
So, Devin, have you ever heard of this rap group called Swollen Members?
I can't say I have.
Well, they're a Juno Award-winning group, and one of our students had the pleasure to go on tour with them. Let's check it out.
Let's do it.
From the demons that I battle, I'm a psycho with a hypodermic needle in my ankle. My cerebral has a fire-breathing ego that exists. I'm evil, people. Lock my sights and burn you to a crisp. My sentiments are venomous. I'm poisonous to enemies. No cure, there is no remedy. Death will be the penalty. I'm menacing. Invented with demented thoughts of grandeur. Temper is explosive. I'm a boiling pot of anger.
44 shows on the Dope Sick Tour. Show number 20 tonight in Oshawa. Got another 24 shows to go. Definitely feeling it a little bit, tired, but it's been incredibly exciting. We've sold out a good amount of the shows, which has been really, I'm real thankful for that.
Sealand, we formed an alliance. Fuck these bitches, we the horniest ornery giant.
Incredible, man. Those guys are such cool dudes. They definitely made me feel like family. They're such talented people. I got to learn so much in the month that I was with them. You know, Tech 9 being the #1 underground hip-hop artists in the world, and obviously you're gonna learn a lot from him and Chris Calico. They're both so talented, you know what I mean? Like, they're two of the sickest MCs in the world for sure. I mean, I have a pretty good list of, we've got some pretty incredible MCs coming out these days, but they're definitely among the top. #3 record in the country when it came out. Thanks to everybody who went and spent their hard-earned dollars when it's so easy to buy music for free, so thank you so much. Never expected the record to do this good, and it's still like been in the top 20 on iTunes Hip Hop for like for the 3 months it's been out, so it's incredible. And in between the Tech 9 tour and the Dope Sick tour that I'm on now, I was home for 3 weeks.
Prevail! I used to take a ferry boat, float across the river Styx, Morse code flow, classified encrypted messages. North Pole cold, glacier face, no compasses. North Face set a base camp, same emphasis.
For me, I love traveling. When I'm not home, the crib just kind of sits on the solos, so collecting dust. So for me to be out and traveling with the crew is eye-opening, rewarding. Quite honestly, I think it draws us together more as a band because you really realize where everyone's level of productivity meets the level of privacy.
We have to talk about Dungeons and Dragons all the time, you know? You don't have to make things so complicated. So let's take this back and show them how we could do this too.
Deep by using canyons. You can't get by the cannon. Seasoned veterans. The hawk has landed. Toxic tandem. The doctrine of madmen. The planet of apes is now a main attraction.
The pen, my Karen Dash.
Tell me about the pen.
That was a birthday present to myself a couple years ago, and it's written about 4 of the Swollen records, almost all my short stories, a lot of my poetry, and all my creative ideas for my 2 businesses. So almost everything that I write, if that pen's not with me, I feel like it's almost defunct and not actually qualified unless that utensil is scripting those words. Everybody got to have a good luck something. For me, it's my pen. Cooking a lot for my sister and I. Then I started working in the restaurant industry, and that just it just glommed. I loved it. You know, there was actually one point, it's probably 1990, damn man, probably 1997, 98, when I really had to look at whether or not I was going to be able to pursue a career in music, or if I should actually go to school and continue learning my trade and get my chef's papers and become an actual certified Red Seal chef. I obviously chose music, which has been awesome because I always look back now and wonder, if I was a chef, would I always look back and think, damn, I should have maybe taken that shot at rapping, because now I still get a chance to enjoy cooking at home.
Ladies, gentlemen, it gives me no greater pleasure than to present the last 2 clips.
Consider it a double whammy. Both documentaries done by the same legendary filmmaker. This one should be exciting.
I feel that, man. The first clip is about daycare. Now, who would work at a daycare? I mean, we hate kids.
I'm just as puzzled as you are, Vince. The second one is about a poet. We all know that's where the real art starts.
All we ask of you is to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's look at the clip.
The daycare was opened in 1989, and we service infants, toddlers, and preschoolers. We have 49 children, and we have 12 full-time staff and 3 part-time staff who come in the afternoons.
I'm Melanie. I'm the toddler teacher, one of the toddler teachers. I've been here since June of last year. Just enjoy their development, and I find it really intriguing, and I like to be part of their stages of their development.
Working in a childcare center is very satisfying because you get to see the children develop and grow in a lot of different manners.
Playing with children is very important. We spend a lot of time observing them, but we also we play with them because it's a learning experience. There's different domains, and we focus on every domain, but mostly language is number 1. And we learn from them, and they take stuff from us. We just by playing with them, they can learn different things like turn taking, self-regulation, a lot of different things. And the lunch table is when we all sit down. It's when they learn a lot about their foods, they try different things, they get to see the taste, we talk about the day, a lot of language and communication, and they also like to talk to each other. And they learn different things like waiting, and they learn how to use the forks. Fine motor a lot is demonstrated there, and it's a developing stage. One of the most important times of the day is when we spend a lot of time in the washroom. They learn a lot of different things like potty training, hand washing, and we role model for them, of course. And they also learn from their peers. Bedtime, it happens from 12 to 3. They're allowed to sleep for 3 hours. Some do sleep, some don't sleep. It's a good time to relax after the morning. And if they do not sleep, we provide them with an alternative, like an early riser bag. They get to read books or do something very quiet on their bed. They're interesting, I must say. And they're lots of fun, of course. Yummy.
Camera 2.
Well, what do you
think? Some brilliantly made features right there. And that wraps up the journal this week. Hope you all enjoyed yourself. I know I did. I'm Devin Giamou.
And I'm Vince Fergali. Remember that. Peace out. Have a safe afternoon.
My name is Amir Mahim. I am a poet, writer, and TV producer.
Oh, we were just kidding. We're not going yet.
Iranian community.
Born in 1942, Tehran, Iran, in an intellectual family. His parents, both teachers. He is the only son amongst his 4 other siblings, and the oldest.
I have been writing poetry and short stories since age of 17.
In 1969, young Mahim publishes his first poetry book, a controversial work describing the misery of life, disapproved by critics, widely praised by ordinary people, especially youth and students.
از کرکس‌ها سایه شوم و سیاه همه جا گسترده
surely will arrive one day,
پنجه‌های
a
خونین
spring,
می‌فشارد
bright of
گلوی
waves of glory,
پیشاهنگ
a
فصل
cold
بهار
winter far and
خبری
foggy,
از گل نیست
but an autumn
دشت‌ها
empty of
خشکیده
cry, of memory.
عطر
My
خوشبوی
death
علف
surely will arrive
عطر
one day.
خوشبوی علف
One of these
رقص
days,
برگ
sweet or
گلها
bitter,
نغمه ساز
in an absurd day
پرستوها
full
را
of dismay, a shadow of tomorrow or
آهوان
today,
طعمه
like black
کفتاران
galleries, will be my
دشت
eyes.
خشکیده ز
My
انبوهی
face will be
زاغ
like cold
شیرها
marbles.
در قفس
Suddenly
و
a sleep will
زوزه
take me
کفتار
away.
We got you there, didn't we? That wasn't the actual end of the show, but this is the actual end of the show. This is it. That's done. And I got to go organize my sock drawer, so I'm going home. See you later.
I hope y'all enjoy your weekend. Take it easy, folks. Peace out.
Don't take